Time for a little quiz today then. Answers in the comment section down below. Who do you think has recently had a £40,000 wage hike? Because there was a clause in his contract that gave him a wage hike after 5 appearances for his country. Yes, he is an absolute bastard. Oh. Hasn't scored a goal since either. What a prick. Howdy doody, welcome back to Homegrown Hotspur battling Brexit. That has been the first time I've referred to it in that way for quite a while. Yeah. Did you get the question? Did you get the answer to the question? Of course you got the question, you heard the question. I don't know what I'm saying today. This is a good start. Sado bloody Berahino. Bastard. He might be. I'm not really going to go back and check his birth records. But, yes. Oh, I knew it was going to happen. I completely forgot about this stupid clause in his contract. It would be useful if I maybe had the contract up in front of me. If I could even spell his name, maybe. Good Lord, it's going to be one of those days. 110k. He was only on 72. Oh, I thought it was going to take a lot longer for him to get some England caps. Unfortunately, that upsurge in form meant he got called up very early, and ultimately, Tottenham have paid the price. So all of the sales and getting rid of players on loan, all of that has been for nothing because I've just lost 40 grand like that, which is bloody brilliant. They're just annoying. And he's not scored since getting his enormous wage hike. Good Lord. Grower, not a bloody shower, indeed. So the last game we had on camera was this 3-3 blockbuster against Newcastle. Followed it up with a loss against Wolverhampton Cocking Wanderers. One of those games where nothing would go our way. We're still playing our 4-2-3-1, which for the most part seems to be fine. We had a few changes. International break meant players came back and they were half fit, namely Harry Kane, so he started on the bench. We tried throwing players on towards the end, but it wasn't enough. Andreas Pereira getting an absolute wonder strike of a goal to his name. They played a redonkulous formation. I don't know how we attacked that. It's so strong in the centre. We just couldn't get past it, couldn't get around it, couldn't get over it. It's turning into a Michael Rosen book. For anyone who remembers it, we're going on a bear hunt. And although Wolves were the Bears. Okay. What a way to follow up a rather drab 1-0 loss. 2-3 in the Champions League against Dortmund. We have already qualified. Whether we get first or second is yet to be determined. But own goals, sendings off, ridiculous. Eric Dyer really did put us in a dire situation. Oh yeah, you love it. You love it. By getting sent off very early on in the first half. I had to pretty much play 2/3 of the game with 10 men against a rather rompy, I don't know why I've used that word to describe them that way, but I have anyway. This was the goal that sealed the victory for Dortmund. Late on, I mean, what is that? What is that? Ben Davies brought him on because Danny Rose was struggling. Do you really want to get picked, or do you expect to get picked when you do daft shit like that? You bloody... annoying. Well, unless I'm forced into it, Ben Davies is never going to play for Tottenham ever again. Maybe I'll do the Chris Jericho way next time. I'll just stop making awful noises and deafening people. Apologies, headphone users. However, returning to the league, we return to form against a struggling Bournemouth. So I can't even... for goodness sake. 5-2. Ridiculous. They went ahead with a Callum Wilson goal. I would love to have Callum Wilson, but they still don't want to sell him. Each time I look at him, value's gone up by about 5 million. So it means that their estimate of what they want for him is probably gone up by 15 or something ridiculous. Last time we inquired, 96 million. Thanks, Bournemouth. So I mentioned the Champions League. We are already in to the final part, the rounds, the knockout bit. I'll get my words sorted in a minute sometime, maybe, for this, like, more than in this entire... for goodness sake. We are sat in third position. United are 10 points clear of anyone after 14 games. Yes, that is the face of someone who has no idea how you're going to overcome that. Goal difference of 25. Same face. So, why have we picked Swansea of all teams to play today? Because there is #bloody narrative all over it. Pochettino was manager of Spurs till Daniel Levy sacked him because of battling Brexitness. This was the first job he was offered. He's now been there probably nearly a season, so he's had a chance to bed in. They're currently 10th in the Premier League. We are 3rd. So it could be a bit of a good little tactical battle sort of thing, or just a football match. We've got to guard against complacency, according to this juicy little article from Radio 5 Live, of all places. I should have looked at that before I even started talking. Bloody hell, Wembley is empty. 50,000 of 90,000 possible tickets sold. Well, actually, I should probably look to see what's actually been going on in regards to how much we're selling out of Wembley. At least it's bigger than White Hart Lane was, so we're getting some ticket revenue. I don't really know how much. Again, I haven't really checked. Maybe for the next episode, I'll go ahead and actually think that through before we go and do it and start committing things to camera. That would probably be a good move. Jeremy Edgar. I didn't even know Eric Dyer had 2 absolutely dire middle names. Jeremy Edgar. Christ almighty. That isn't his full name. For clarification, I was exclaiming the daftness of the... You know what I'm saying. We do have a fixture just 3 days after this one in the Champions League to decide who finishes top of the group and gets, the favourable seeding. So we'll see how things go with the team that won against Bournemouth last time out. We are favourites, as you'd probably expect. I'm not even looking or listening to what Owen Ashby is having words at. Just pick middle option. Middle is safety. I didn't even read the questions or listen. I'm pretending he was... ruined it. We line up with Woodman in goal, Rose, Lascelles, Carter-Vickers and Holgate in the back 4. Hughes and Dyer are holding for today. Dyer is banned for the next Champions League games, hence why he's playing today, or else he would have normally been rested. Alas, he's not, so he gets to bone crunch Sane and Cork in the midfield for Swansea today. Tom Ince, Barkley and Afobe, the attacking midfield 3, and then Harry Kane up top on his own. I've learnt my mistakes from previously. We're no longer assigning any of this nonsense. I'm pointing at the screen again. You can't see me pointing at the screen again. I don't know why I do it every single bloody time. We are going to trust Mr. Hunter, though, to sort the team talk out. He's got them motivated. Very little changes in the tactic. In fact, no changes. I could have just said that. We'll just get going, shall we? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we shall. Danny Rose does well, and hopefully we can build some form of attack from the back. Danny Rose with a throw in into Ince. Ince plays the ball into Afobe. Afobe strikes at goal, but Fabianski saves. That's a clear-cut chance, apparently. Well, he had a lot to do. I don't know what the game's talking about. Nonsense, as per usual. Lascelles can't beat Patterson in the air from the resulting corner, though. Kane collects, and he's going to dawdle around. Oh, no, Sane's cleared it. Only as far as Hughes, who remains back at all times from set pieces, and that actually means that we can then start our own counters. See, talking through what happens in the tactic. Now I know what's going on with this. Look at the seat. Look at that. That's a prime example. Him launching Rose forward. Kane gets up, and yes, he nods it in. Oh, enough the posts, I believe. Oh, well, that started from a deep pass in our half from Will Hughes. Over the top, into Rose's feet. Plays a great ball in. Kane gets ahead of 3 defenders. In off the post. Keeper in no man's land. Oh, filthy, filthy stuff. Ince with a corner. Whips it in. Carter-Vickers can't beat Patterson in the air. Barkley cleans up There, plays it back all the way to Carter Vickers again. Oh, that's a nice little delayed passing play. Ince off the post. Didn't expect that. Christ. Just realised Moussa Sissoko is playing for Swansea today. We sold him to them for like no pounds. There was pounds involved, but I can't remember how many. Half time then. We are all over the Swansea faithful. We need to guard against complacency. Yeah, there we go. We need to be careful. See, he knows what he's doing. Hunter. I nearly slipped up then. Did you hear the C sound? Nearly, very nearly, but not quite. Let's get the second half underway. We'll pay attention to Danny Rose's yellow card, though. Oh, if we get sent off, we are screwed, because that means Ben Davies has got to play in. Well, Ben Davies is about as much use as turd on a stick. I don't know why I chose a stick. Never mind. Dyer picks the ball up from the edge of the... Kane's like a mile offside. What? Apparently he wasn't a mile offside. He's got another goal. 2. In fact, he's got 4 in 2 in the league. Plattenhard clears the ball really poorly. Straight into... Plattenhard was playing Kane on. See? Eyes working today now. Well, that was easy. Oh, we're cruising. 2-0 up. 40%? Is that all that Swansea have? I'm not sure if you can see it. Don't put yourself in the eye. It bloody fucking hurts. And it makes you cry on camera. You know, I could claim that I'm ecstatic that we're 2-0 up and absolutely cruising. Swansea at this point, we're 70 minutes in, haven't even had a shot on bloody target. Oh, this is unheard of. Dominating possession, dominating everything. Maybe not that, but tears of happiness. Oh, blimey, just managed to catch that. Substitutions are required. Just the 2 changes on the 80th minute. Sterling coming on for Ince, and Will Hughes has been replaced by Dele Alli, who's subsequently switched roles with Barkley. I still can't get over the eye. It's really painful. How did I not manage to catch that on camera? Maybe because I was just sat there for 5 minutes crying. Is there a last sting in the tail for us? This may be the last, and it is the last kick of the game. Well. That was impressive stuff. Yes, only 2-0, but, well, I've said well a lot there, haven't I? Nice sexual win. I don't know what makes it sexual. It was a win. They're all happy. Oh, who's looking complacent? Benicophobe, you little sausage. I don't know why it's a sausage. That poke in the eye has completely thrown me now. Look at that domination. Swansea only had 3 shots in the entire game, and they fouled us like mofos too. That leaves us in 3rd position as we started. In fact, the table hasn't even remotely changed because Swansea is still in 10th. Well, that was a bit pointless. At least we're keeping up with United. They're still on the... Now, something a little bit different. I thought because we've played well, rather than trying to look for flaws, let's try and look for why we played well. You can see from the heat map we were absolutely everywhere. We really did cover the pitch very well, apart from this sort of right-hand side, which Mason Holgate managed to defend very well. Despite Freddie Woodman's rather lacklustre 40% of passes completed, we did indeed get 80% total pass completion and 55% of the possession for this match, which is pretty good against Swansea, really, considering they're managed by Pochettino, who loves his possession, the filthy little grot bag. Swansea were clearly playing on the counter, despite playing the same formation as we did, but we were able to press them further and kept them penned in their own half, only had a few breakaway chances. There was only 3 for the entire game, which explains why we are pressed up so far against the halfway line, despite only playing on a standard mentality. We played it well. We didn't use pass into space because if we look at Swansea, there really isn't any. That's their average position for the match. They're practically sat on the 18-yard box, despite only having 4 key passes for the entire game, 3 of which were in and around the box. That is what you want. Attacking endeavour in the final third. Join me next time where you will find out our Champions League fate. Have we finished top, or are we into the second bucket with the rest of the hoodlums? Well, next game is against Slub, so we'll all know then. Also, Christmas fixtures are looming upon us. We're just into December now, So, plenty to see in the next couple of episodes. Or in fact, every other episode. I need to sell this more. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode of Homegrown Hotspur, pop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye. My eye is... Oh.